talking the other time, he was talking about enabling environment. You see, we as marketers have all been saying, deregulate this market. When you deregulate the market, you will have the same rule for all operators. It is possible you fiddle with your pump, but you see, you can only do well when there is crisis. If you fiddle with your pump under normal situations, the buyers knows the stations that fiddles with their pump, and if there is product everywhere, they will abandon your outlet. So it will even be in your own interest to fiddle with your pump if there is product. Maybe under this kind of situation where...
So because there's no product, it's okay to fiddle with your pump?
It is not. It is not okay. It is not okay.
I mean, I'm just wondering.
What I'm just trying to tell you is, if you fiddle with your pump, the station will suffer more.
In time.
Yeah, you'll suffer more. So it is not in your interest to fiddle with your pump. Because if you deregulate this economy and things are working well, which is what all of us as Nigerians should look forward to. We should look forward to a situation where you walk in, spend 2 minutes, buy your fuel and go out.
So deregulating the economy now,
Yeah.
you're implying that
Yeah.
leave it open. Anybody that's
Leave it
able to
open,
bring
leave
in the
it open,
product.
yes.
But what about the refineries?
Yes, if the refineries are there, my brother that is afraid to build his refinery now because he doesn't know how much he's going to sell the product he's going to produce from the refinery. The federal government is there saying, we are regulating this industry, you must sell at X price. The man that wants to build refinery, this price might not be good enough for him to continue with his investment.
But I'm not sure. Are you sure that might be the case? Let's.
No, I don't know. But what we are trying to say, what I'm trying to say is, if you see somebody wants to invest, the essence of investing is for you to make money. You don't want to lose. You see, the price we're even talking about now is a bit okay because the price of crude oil has gone down. He mentioned it that they don't know how much government is going to give them this crude oil. Those are the factors that are preventing the private people from going fully into establishment of refineries. And until we start producing this product right here, rather than going out, rather than sell crude and trying to bring white products back, we will continue to have this problem.
Mr. Shotunde, the essence of building refineries is not just about the products. There are other byproducts as well.
Essentially, yeah.
Now, you're waiting for the enabling environment. We'll still get back to Mr. Adigno about the legal side of it. What are the things, PIB or amendment of the NNPC Act? But right now as we stand, no product, regulated environment, and is it possible that there's something that the modular refinery owners or would-be owners can begin to do to get the ball rolling?
Okay, let me start by saying that we are not afraid to invest. This is our nation, and we all have one or two things to contribute.
You're not afraid to invest?
Yes.
But you're not investing yet?
We're not investing yet because as a business owner, you need to look at your return on investment. The money you're talking about is not your money. It must have come from a money depositing bank or from a consortium. Now, what will be the importance of establishing this refinery? I think the government should look into this direction. Why? Because look at Europe. The product we are talking about will go to Amsterdam, Antwerp, and Rotterdam in Europe from their refineries to bring in this product. And why are we doing that? Because they have larger capacity to even accommodate the world. Everybody can come to buy. How come Nigeria cannot establish a West African hub for this investment? This is a new direction that the government can even maybe score points. What do I mean by that? We already have a license to establish. Provide all the necessary working environment. give necessary sovereign guarantee to investors that, yes, you are backing this thing. Everybody comes up with his own refinery from anywhere. Then the production level will increase to meet up with local demands. And once you meet up with local demand, it means that you can produce in excess even to supply your neighboring West African countries. And before you know it, just as Dangote is currently doing, we don't need to go to Europe to go and bring in products. There won't be any swap arrangement or whatever arrangement. Everybody will produce to capacity and we have enough to play around with. And that is when the demand and supply will come in and the price of this commodity will go down.
No, Mr. Tunde, isn't it also true that business practices in Nigeria actually leave a lot to be desired? And that is one of the reasons why you are scared. I remember in the days of Babangida, when the slogan was export to survive. And I went into shrimping and I was trying to export shrimp. I got to the airport and I was told I had to give X amount of money as bribe. Otherwise, my shrimp would be left on the tarmac to rot. So government is singing one tune. The operatives who are supposed to enforce the policy are there doing their own thing, not, it's business as usual. Are those not the kinds of things that you guys are scared of, not making you invest in refineries?
Absolutely. That's exactly what we're talking about, because today you will sing this song, tomorrow is another rhythm. And nobody wants to put in such an amount of money, not clear of what the future will hold for you. But we're saying that let us have a clear standpoint on this. And let as I'm talking to you, maybe in 2 weeks' time now, there's going to be a conference in Lagos for refinery owners in West Africa to come and deliberate. In fact, investors are willing to come. But they are saying that if I'm going to come, what are the things on the table? Will I be guaranteed free stock?
Maybe you should add this to your response. Even also saying you private investors are looking for a risk-free environment.
No, there's no such environment.
That you forget that investment is about risk.
Like I said, we are not fearful to go into huge investment. A minimum like 3,000 metric tons to 5,000 metric tons. 5,000 barrels per day refinery will cost you nothing less than $50 million. That is not a small joke. And if you are saying maybe risk averse, let's even look at this modular refinery. In 18 months, I'm done with this investment. And in 18 months, I'll start producing and I can make my sales. And in less than 3-4 years, I can have my return back, because it's a small unit of the traditional refinery which has the capacity to produce at the capacity in which it's configured. And you have the byproducts you can also sell as well, not just the products. Yeah, essentially, because there are other things that will come out of the crude. You have list of this fractional byproduct of crude, depending on the crude we feed. But if I don't have feedstock, the raw materials to run my refinery, that investment is doomed day one. So what you're asking for, enabling environment, meaning the legal framework, the assurance that there will be products, and then you're not asking for assurance of market, because this market says they have more than enough market. The market. So why would I be scared to go into it? The market is there. Nigeria is a gasoline economy. And 70 million people. That was maybe like 5 years ago. We're at least close to 200 million now.
And we all believe in road travel.
The rail systems are not going. So the market is guaranteed. But again, if I'm going to bring this
at what price?
At what price? Of course, demand and supply would definitely shape the price of the commodity with time.
No, it's not in Nigeria. It doesn't.
You say let us even look when
because it's still regulated.
The price is it's still regulated.
That is some of the enabling environment, because you cannot say you will provide subsidy when I imported or I buy my crude oil is coming from the international price. So you must remove that element of subsidy. So
subsidy on the producer now, not on the retail.
I don't need subsidy. Let me play at market price, because I'm buying at open market price, and let me sell at open market price.
You're not asking for a swap. You want to buy your product and refine.
Let me buy product in Naira, sell in naira, and I will not put pressure on a foreign exchange. That is one of the advantages we are talking about.
Except when you're talking about your equipment.
Yeah, equipment is one off, because if I bring in equipment in 18 months, the rest is maintenance, and that is little pressure on my foreign exchange. I buy naira, I sell in naira, and I have more reserve for Nigeria as well.
There are those who think that you marketers are hoarding or making the system more difficult because you're trying to pressurize the government to deregulate.
No, I don't agree with that. And I don't think we do that. From MIPMAN, I don't think we do that. I mean, there's no reason to do that. But we want the government to know that if you deregulate the market, all rent seekers profiting from the industry, and they have not invested anything in it, they will naturally fizzle out. They will disappear, and the real operators will be left to operate.
Okay.
And in that case, Nigerians will enjoy
constant supply.
Exactly.
Okay. Mr. Adigun, well, I understand we have you back now. That question I asked you earlier about
PIB,
the PIB, restructuring of the NNPC or amendment of the NNPC Act, would that in any way help those that have been licensed to build modular refineries get the kind of environment they need to go ahead, so that we can end this scarcity conversation once and for all?
The question you ask is whether the scarcity is based on modular refinery or distribution challenges. I'm not a fan of modular refineries.
The question I asked is neither of what you said. The modular refineries owners say they need an enabling environment. They say a legal framework, a backing of government, and then the backing of government here, meaning financial backing, as well as assurances that they're guaranteed they can sell their products and get crude in naira. Would they need the PIB to go ahead, or can they go ahead without the PIB?
There's already one in operation. There's a modular refinery right now in Port Harcourt, the Niger Delta company. The argument made is similar to the argument the people operating power made, and said government backing, government environment, government financing. We still don't have power. So there's still no power after 5 years of doing the same thing the modular refinery operators are asking for. The bigger issue we have right now is logistics. And what people should be thinking about investing in is in the downstream sector of logistics. The pipelines need investments. We have pipelines that are part of probably the best around in the West African network. But a lot of vandalism, a lot of poor maintenance, a lot of weakness has caused a lot of problems. If you look at the pipeline map itself as it's designed, it's effective. It can work if there's supply. I mean, it's such a well-designed network. So if the modular refineries come on stream, what happens to them? How do they distribute their products? You still have the challenges of trucking, diversions. I mean, I heard him talk about subsidies. I mean, right now there's no subsidy. Subsidy has been effectively removed since about January this year. There's recovery right now. So it can't be subsidy as a problem. I think when people ask too much of government, if we have the same problem we have with the GENCOs and DISCOs, government must back everything, government must invest everything, and government must just guarantee you profits when you are not doing anything yourself. So I think people should look at the reality of what's happening. Can they invest as well in networks? Do they have the money to build pipelines? Can they solve logistics challenges? Can they move to the point of the environmental issues as well?